Sorry to bring you the tragic news that Reform Party chairman Zia Yusuf has stepped down as chairman. Apparently he thought it was not a good usage of his time to remain party chairman, and so now the United Kingdom enters into a state of mourning. Terrible, terrible news. I know how well loved Zia was as party chairman for Reform. Yes, we all know how desperately people loved him. I don't think it's got anything to do with the timing of the burqa ban put forward by Sarah Pochin, whatever her name is. Yes, the Reform MP. It can't be anything to do with that. No, not for 1 minute. Yes, Mark Sargent just said, poor guy. Indeed, Mark. We are all absolutely devastated that Zia has gone. Yes. Sorry, so emotional. Yeah. It wouldn't be anything to do with that. I mean, that would be like saying that if Zia has left because of this burqa ban fiasco, then that would mean that his allegiances would have been somewhere else possibly. But that's just conjecture. There's no truth in that whatsoever. And people need to stop saying such terrible things, because we know how much he put being a Brit first, and that's all that counts. And he was a true Brit, absolutely. Well, he still is a true Brit. We do all love Mohammed Zia Yusuf, but now he's gone. He has resigned, and very difficult for anyone to replace him. Yeah, I don't know how on earth we as a country are going to carry on without him. So maybe we should all sort of come together and, say a little prayer for Mohammed's passing. Yeah. Yes. Oh no. No. I can see the comments coming, and I know, ladies and gentlemen, please. This is such a terrible time for us as a nation. I mean, I can imagine the Union Jacks over government buildings will now be at half-mast. We are expecting an announcement by the King at any time. This is one of those sort of events. This will go down as one of the pivotal moments in British history. But yes, how utterly shocking and devastating. I mean, I don't know how I don't know how Reform will be able to continue without him. Yeah, I don't know how can Reform UK carry on without Mohammed Zia Yusuf? Please, I have no idea. So what should we do then, everyone? I mean, what do you think this will do? I mean, do you think people will start returning to Reform? Because I know some people didn't like him, did they? Not many, though, because everybody loved our Mohammed Zia Yusuf. Yes, but I wonder if people are going to start returning to Reform. It could be, well, it could be an interesting time ahead. I wonder if things will change in terms of, I mean, just a second, before I go any further, just what he said, his parting shot, he believed that making the Reform Party, bringing them into government was not a good use of his time, he's decided, and I think, or some words to that effect. For goodness sake. What does that tell you? It's just so childish and pathetic. I mean, how on earth was he the party chairman to resign like that? To use that, oh, it wasn't worth my time, no, I'm going. It's like just throwing his toys out of the pram like a complete child. My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, please. This is Great Britain. He should have had a bit of a stiff upper lip. He's a true Brit, as we know. And yes, sorry, the reason we have, I can't quite read that. My eyesight's not the best. Probably good that my eyesight's not the best when I read some of these comments, incidentally. Yes. And then I was doing a video earlier saying about what had happened about him throwing Sarah Poaching, whatever her name is, under the bus. And then all of a sudden, he's resigned. Oh, I can't believe it. It's it just doesn't add up, does it? I mean, he was so popular, everyone loved him. As you can see, I'm just in a state of grief. Yeah, you know what happens when you grieve. You laugh a lot. Sometimes you can't control your emotions. Instead of crying, you just start laughing. You think, like, oh, you want to be bringing the tears out. We go, yeah. Oh, good. Thank God. I can't read these. It was Putin. I can't. I have to start wearing glasses for these live streams. This is no good whatsoever. So maybe there is a bit of hope for Reform UK. Maybe things will change for the better. Does that mean I trust Nigel Farage? No, not really. Not at all, actually. But Reform, I'm afraid, are the only game in town, and that's it. He took a swing and got at Boadicea and got melted. Boadicea. Oh, is that a reference to? I don't know what that is a reference to. Maybe it's a reference to Sarah there, the MP. Sarah Poaching. I can never pronounce her name. Poaching. That's it. Poaching. Even though it doesn't really look like poaching. Yes. Yeah. I'm not very good at this sort of thing. But yes. Where does it go from here? I really can't work it out. Any ideas, ladies and gentlemen? Who could replace him now? Do we have anybody that could replace him? I mean, other than Diane Abbott, who would probably do a better job. Yes, Reform have a chance. Yes, good point. Absolutely. Yes, sorry, going back to what I was saying earlier, Reform do have a chance now. And that means that maybe it is time to start looking at Reform again. I don't know. I personally prefer another political party. But which one's going to get in? Which one's going to affect some kind of change? Because otherwise we are really looking at the Tories or Labour getting back into power. And that is not something that anybody in this country really wants if they're a patriot. So anyway, I suppose we all have to draw a line under this. I do realise that a lot of people will be cheering in Reform right now today and very, very happy. But yeah, how do I end this? I really want to come up with something witty, but I can't do it. It's like, yeah, it's just reading your comments coming through. You're just all happy. I suppose everyone's happy. Maybe it's a day for celebration. Okay, that's it. I'm ending it by saying I'm probably going to go down the pub now and have a beer, okay? Yeah, in fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So thank you all for watching. God bless you all. And please do continue to pray for our political prisoners in this country. We do need to have prayer for them because we do have political prisoners. That's something that should not be forgotten. If you're in another country watching this right now, you need to know we still have political prisoners. Now, we know that Tommy's out, but we still have Lucy Connolly still inside, and we have to really, really, really pray for her, because this is not a nice time for her or any of our other political prisoners. Our country is in a terrible state, and we need to come together. And one man just came out of prison who was going to help bring us together, and that's Tommy, of course. But with Mohammed Zia Yusuf gone, I mean, I just can't figure out how on earth he ever got to be party chairman. We had a brilliant Ben Habib, okay, one of the greatest politicians this country's ever had. The party had Rupert Lowe, again, another one of the greatest politicians this country's ever had, and probably would have been one of the greatest prime ministers this country's ever had, along with Ben Habib. Who knows? It's all up for grabs all of a sudden, isn't it? I think it's quite an exciting time. Yeah. So, I mean, but, you know, this is good, positive stuff. So, yeah, but before we go, you know, just remember your prayers tonight for everybody, including Mohammed Zia Yusuf. Yes, I'll say it. We have to pray for everyone, even if we're not fond of them. I'm not saying I'm not fond of Mohammed Zia Yusuf. I didn't say that for 1 second. No, I didn't. Get that out of your mind. But we should pray for everyone. We should pray for Keir Starmer. Yes, I know that when I felt a little bit of sick then when I said that as well. But that's part of being a Christian, I think. We have to try and be Christian, I suppose. If we say we're Christian, I suppose we should do the things was it love thy enemy? It's very difficult, that one is. especially with Starmer. But there we go. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on and I'm rabbiting on. I love you all. God bless you all. And bye for now.